not subscribed to our channel, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button as shown above. Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology. And in today's video, we will talk about Jupiter becoming direct in Pisces from 24th November 2022 till 21st April 2023. So till now, Jupiter was retrograde in the sign of Pisces from 29 July 2022 till 23rd November 2022, and now he is becoming direct on 24th November 2022, which is a very good thing for the world and for all of us, because Jupiter is the planet of good fortune, of auspiciousness, of wealth and happiness. Jupiter is the planet of divine wisdom, of higher learning, of spirituality. Jupiter is the Karka for many things such as wealth, happiness, good fortune, and all kinds of auspicious and good things that happen to us. So from 29 July 2022, Jupiter had gone retrograde. What does retrograde mean? It means that when you look at the planet from the Earth, it appears to move backwards. But actually it is not moving backwards. It is an apparent illusion as we see the planet from the Earth. And retrograde is also known as Vakri in Hindi. So a retrograde planet is also known as Vakri Graha. Now what exactly is the literal meaning of Vakri? Vakri means something which is twisted or crooked. So think of this as a huge class of students and a teacher is teaching in that class. Now the students in that class are not ready to listen to the teacher. So what happens is, for some time the teacher becomes very strict. The students get scared of the teacher and they start imbibing the knowledge which the teacher has been giving to them. They start introspecting due to the fear created by the teacher. Same thing happens when Jupiter was retrograde. When Jupiter was retrograde, Jupiter was very close to the Earth. It was exerting its maximum influence. Jupiter had become very strict, and therefore across the world you could see a reduction in happiness, in auspiciousness, as well as many difficult events happening across the world in different parts of the world. However, now Jupiter is becoming direct, that is, the teacher is becoming normal. He will behave like a normal teacher, and therefore Jupiter will provide maximum of its significations. That is, Jupiter will increase the good luck, the auspiciousness, the happiness, and it will give its best results in this time when it becomes direct from 24th November 2022 onwards. Now you can see the blue lines shown in this figure that represents Jupiter's aspects. So Jupiter's aspect falls on the sign of Cancer. It also falls on the sign of Virgo, and it also falls on the sign of Scorpio or Vrishicka. So in your chart, whatever Cancer, Virgo and Scorpio rules, those areas will prosper, those areas will benefit, those areas will show some progress. Now when Jupiter is becoming direct, he is becoming direct at 4 degrees 39 minutes in the sign of Pisces within the Uttar Bhadrapad Nakshatra. Now remember, Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac belt. It is the 12th house of the zodiac belt. And in the natural zodiac, the sign of Pisces or Meen represents spirituality, represents isolation, represents moksha. And Jupiter is very powerful here in his own house. So Jupiter gives the best results when he is in the sign of Pisces. And wherever Jupiter's aspect falls, those houses will now start prospering. For example, if the sign of Cancer was the 10th house in your horoscope, say you are born with the Tula Lagna or the Libra Ascendant, in that case, sign of Cancer is your 10th house. And 10th house represents career, represents your profession, represents your business. So, your business, your profession will start flourishing because of Jupiter's positive aspect on the sign of Cancer. Similarly, whatever sign Cancer represents in your birth chart, that area will start flourishing. The same holds true for Scorpio and Kanya also. Whatever they represent in your birth chart, those areas will start prospering. So, in short, things start becoming progressive, things start moving forwards. Those things that were stuck, those things that were not progressing at all, now they start becoming better, they start progressing, they start giving you good results. But there is a small catch. Even now, Saturn is aspecting Jupiter. Saturn had become direct on 23rd October 2022. And Saturn is still aspecting Jupiter. Jupiter becomes direct exactly a month after Saturn becomes direct. That is on 24th November 2022. So, when Saturn puts his third aspect on Jupiter, in a way, Saturn controls the results that are being given out by Jupiter. And as we know, Saturn is a Karka for delay, Saturn is a Karaka for obstacles, hurdles. Saturn also represents patience and hard work, which means that you will get the results, the good results of Jupiter, only if you are patient, only if you are working hard, and if you are sincere in your approach. Because Saturn is putting its third aspect on Jupiter, which means more effort will be required to get the good results being given out by Jupiter. Also, another interesting thing is the sign of Cancer now receives both Jupiter's positive aspect as well as Saturn's aspect. And therefore, the kind of results which Cancer will get will be with some delay. There will be good results, but there will be some delay in getting those good fruits. There will be some effort required. Now, let me do an ascendant wise analysis very quickly. So, for the Aries ascendant, Jupiter rules the 9th house of Dhanu or Sagittarius and the 12th house of Pisces or Meen, and he is becoming direct in your 12th house. Now, both 9th and 12th house represent foreign lands, foreign journeys, connections with foreigners. 9th house is also the house of good fortune and long distance travel, which means that in this time you might go on some long distance travel, or you might go abroad, or you might travel to some distant land. And because Jupiter is in the 12th house, the purpose of this travel will be either to learn something new, to get some higher education, or to visit some holy or spiritual place. In this time, if you are thinking of buying a new vehicle, a new home, a new property, then it is a good time to do so, because Jupiter's aspect falls on the 4th house of Cancer. But remember that Saturn is also aspecting the sign of Cancer. So definitely there will be some delays, but the ultimate result will be good for you. Now, Jupiter aspects your 6th house of Virgo, which is the house of daily routine, which is the house of conflicts. So, if there were court cases going on, if there were legal issues going on, then Jupiter gives you some relief from those problems in this time period. Jupiter's aspect also falls on the 8th house of Scorpio or Vrishicka. And the 8th house is the house of occult, it is the house of research. So, Jupiter's aspect falling on your 8th house will encourage you to meditate, to learn something related to occult, related to healing, or related to astrology, which is also very good for you. The only flip side is if you are traveling to foreign lands, if you are traveling to distant lands, your expenses will slightly increase in this time period. Let us move to the Taurus ascendant. For Taurus ascendant, Jupiter rules the 8th house of inheritance, of occult, of longevity, as well as the 11th house of gains, large organizations, and friends. And Jupiter is going direct in your 11th house of gains. So, definitely, this is a period where some gains through inheritance may come to you, or you may get some insurance money in this time period. Now, Jupiter aspects the 3rd house of Cancer for you, the 5th house of Virgo, which represents your children, and also the 7th house of Scorpio, which represents partnerships. Now, in the 7th house, you can see a cluster of planets present, that is in the sign of Scorpio. For the Taurus ascendant, you can see many planets present there, which indicates some turmoil in the married life. And now, because of Jupiter's aspect falling there, that turmoil will get reduced. So, your children will show progress, your married life will also improve, and relationship with siblings will also improve. You might undertake certain short distance journeys in this time period. So overall, this is a good time for the Taurus ascendant also. Only thing is, because Mars is retrograde in your ascendant, your expenses will increase in this time period. You can also see Rahu in your 12th house, which shows some increase in unnecessary expenditure. Let us move to the Gemini ascendant. For Gemini ascendant, Jupiter rules the 7th house of partnership and marriage, and the 10th house of your career, profession, and business and status. And is going direct in the 10th house, which shows that on the career front, things that were stuck will start slowly moving now. Jupiter starts giving you good results here. But again, there is a catch. Saturn is aspecting this Jupiter, and therefore there is a delay in obtaining good results on the career front. So you might face some hurdles initially, but if you are patient, if you work hard, then definitely you are going to get good results for that patience. Now, Jupiter aspects your 2nd house of Cancer, which is representing your wealth, your family life. So some good news on the wealth front, on the family front will be received in this time period. Jupiter also aspects your 6th house of Scorpio, and therefore it is a good time to engage in service, to serve small animals, to serve the poor people, and also to organize your daily routine in a better way. Jupiter gives you a lot of success here. Jupiter aspects the 4th house of Virgo or Kanya, and therefore there will be an increase in happiness, increase in prosperity, and you will also have a sound sleep in this time period. If you want to invest in property, this is a good time to do that. However, you need to be careful with respect to the health of your children, because Saturn is aspecting Ketu in your 5th house, and therefore the health of children might slightly suffer in this time period. Otherwise, this overall transit is very good for the Gemini ascendant, barring some delays in achieving good results in your professional life due to Saturn's aspect on Jupiter. Now, for the Cancer ascendant or Kark Lagna, Jupiter rules the 9th house of good fortune, of gurus, of destiny, of foreign lands, and the 6th house of conflicts, diseases, daily routines, loans, and debts. And Jupiter is going direct in the 9th house. So, this is a time when you may again travel long distances. Relationship with father will improve in this time period. Saturn is of course aspecting Jupiter. So any dispute that was there with father will now slowly get resolved in this time period. Your gurus will also give you a lot of support in this time period. Saturn aspects your ascendant, which is a very good thing. Jupiter also aspects your ascendant. So somehow you are going to get mixed results with respect to your health in this time period. Jupiter also aspects your third house of Virgo, so relationship with siblings will be good in this time period. Jupiter aspects the fifth house of Scorpio, and children will do well in this time period, especially if you have planets at 4 degrees of Cancer, 4 degrees of Virgo, or 4 degrees of Scorpio. Then those planets will give you benefic results in this time period. Why? Because Jupiter is going direct at 4 degrees of Pisces, and therefore his full aspect will activate the 4 degrees in the sign of Cancer, Virgo and Scorpio. So good time for the Cancer ascendant also, except that Saturn is aspecting your ascendant. So you might face certain challenges with respect to your health, or you might feel a bit uneasy, you might feel some emotional turmoil, but Jupiter's aspect will bring you out of those problems. Now let us move to the Leo ascendant or the Sinha Lagna. For the Leo ascendant or Sinha Lagna, Jupiter rules the 5th house of love, romance, children, and 8th house of sudden events, fluctuations, inheritance, occult, and is going direct in the 8th house. So this is a good time to learn something new, to invest in meditation. If you are doing any kind of research activity, Jupiter will give you a lot of success here. If you are in a love affair, if you are in some romantic affair, then there will be slight challenges as Saturn is aspecting Jupiter in the 8th house. Health of children will also be a bit problematic in this time period for you. Jupiter aspects the 12th house of Cancer. He aspects the 2nd house of Virgo, which increases your wealth, and he also aspects the 4th house of Scorpio. So your peace, your prosperity, your happiness will increase in this time period. So this is a good transit even for the Leo ascendant. Since Jupiter is in your 8th house, do serve Brahmins, do offer them food on Thursdays, do help students in any way you can, especially with respect to their education, as Jupiter is your 5th lord and 8th lord, and that will do a lot of good to you. Now let us move to the Virgo ascendant or Kanya Lagna. For Kanya Lagna or Virgo ascendant, Jupiter rules the 4th house of home, happiness, peace, and he also rules the 7th house of partnerships. He is going direct in the 7th house. So in this time your married life will be very good. You can enjoy life with your partner. You can enter into new business partnerships. But remember that Saturn is aspecting Jupiter. So if you are entering into a new partnership, initially you will face some challenges, but eventually those will get resolved and things will move forward. Now Jupiter aspects your ascendant, which is very good. So this is a good time to gain spiritual knowledge, to learn something new, to meditate. Jupiter also aspects your 3rd house of Scorpio. So relationship with siblings will be good in this time period. Jupiter aspects the 11th house of gains, that is the sign of Cancer for the Virgo ascendant. So definitely gains will also be there. Money will increase in this time period. But remember, you have Ketu in the 2nd house, which means that you need to donate a portion of the money which you gain for the welfare of poor people, and that will give you a lot of prosperity. Now let us move to the Tula Lagna or the Libra ascendant. For the Tula Lagna or Libra ascendant, Jupiter rules the 3rd house of siblings, neighbors, communication, subconscious mind, and the 6th house of conflicts, diseases, daily routine. So if there were any conflicts with siblings, then those will slowly get resolved as Jupiter is becoming progressive in your 6th house. Your daily routine will be fantastic now. Saturn aspects the 6th house and Jupiter there. So be careful of diseases related to the liver, such as fatty liver disease. Do not eat too many sweets in this time period. That will be bad for you. Jupiter aspects the 10th house of career, that is the sign of Cancer. He also aspects the 12th house of Virgo. So your expenses will increase. On the career front, you will do well. He also aspects the 2nd house of Scorpio, which again shows wealth increasing in this time period, but you might spend that wealth on unnecessary things because Jupiter is also aspecting the 12th house, or you might spend that wealth on foreign things because 12th house also represents foreign lands, foreign connections, and isolated places. Now remember, Ketu is in your ascendant, and therefore you need to be very careful with respect to your own health. And Ketu always represents suppression. Being in the sign of Libra, partnerships can come under stress because of Ketu. Nevertheless, Jupiter in the 6th house is still protective and will offer a lot of relief. Now let us move to the Scorpio ascendant or the Vrishik Lagna. For Scorpio ascendant or Vrishik Lagna, Jupiter rules the 2nd house of wealth, the 5th house of love, romance and children, and is going progressive in the 5th house of Pisces, which means that in this time period your wealth will increase. Your good fortune will also increase because Jupiter is aspecting the 9th house of Cancer, and he is also aspecting the 11th house of gains, that is the sign of Virgo. So a very good time for the Scorpio ascendant. Because Jupiter is going progressive in the 5th house, all the good deeds that you have done in your past life, they will also come to a fruition now. That is, they will fructify now and you will get the good results. If you are investing in speculative investments, especially in gold, if you had done some investments, then those value of that gold investment will increase in this time period. Children will do extremely well in this time period, but Saturn is aspecting Jupiter, so you do need to be a bit careful with respect to your children and encourage them to study, to work hard and to get the best results. So overall, a very good time for the Scorpio ascendant also. Now let us move to the Sagittarius ascendant or Dhanu Lagna. For Sagittarius ascendant or Dhanu Lagna, Jupiter rules the 1st house and the 4th house of home, vehicles, conveyances, mother, peace and happiness. Jupiter is going direct in your 4th house. So this is a good time if you want to invest in property, if you want to buy a new vehicle. On the home front, there will be lot of good things happening. Saturn still aspects Jupiter, so some hurdles will be there, but those will be resolved. Relationship with mother will also improve in this time period if there were certain problems in that relationship. Now Jupiter aspects the 8th house of Cancer, which means that you should meditate more in this time period. You should try to gain divine knowledge in this time period. Jupiter aspects the 10th house of Virgo for you, which means on the career front you will do very well in this time period. Jupiter aspects the 12th house of Scorpio, and therefore you may also visit foreign lands in this time period. So this is a good transit for the Dhanu Lagna or the Sagittarius ascendant. Now let me move to the Capricorn ascendant or the Makar Lagna. So for the Capricorn ascendant or Makar Lagna, Jupiter rules the 12th house of Dhanu or Sagittarius and the 3rd house of Pisces. He is going direct in the 3rd house. So relationship with siblings, short distance journeys will all be good in this time period. Jupiter aspects the 7th house of Cancer. Saturn is also aspecting the 7th house of Cancer. So on the marital front, relationship will be average. If there was some friction, it will reduce in this time period. Jupiter aspects your ninth house of Virgo. So, relationship with teachers, with bosses, with gurus will be good in this time period. If your visa was stuck due to some reasons and you plan to go abroad, then those problems will get resolved in this time period because Jupiter's aspect is falling on your ninth house. Jupiter also aspects the 11th house of Scorpio. So, an increase in gains and increase in the friend circle will happen in this time period. So, this is a good transit even for the Capricorn ascendant. Now, let us move to the Aquarius ascendant or Kumbh Lagna. For Aquarius ascendant, Jupiter rules the second house of wealth, 11th house of gains. So, definitely there will be an increase in your finances and gains in this time period. Jupiter aspects the 6th house of Cancer for the Aquarius ascendant. So, if there were legal issues, disputes, conflicts, some of those will get resolved in this time period. Why am I saying some of those? Because Saturn from the 12th is also aspecting the sign of Cancer, and therefore the hurdles will be there, but the intensity will reduce because of Jupiter's aspect on the sign of Cancer. Now, Jupiter also aspects the 8th house of Virgo for you, which means that you should meditate, you should pray in this time period, and that will give you good results. Jupiter also aspects the 10th house of your career, that is Scorpio. So, on the career front, you will see a lot of progress in this time period. So, for the Aquarius ascendant, this is good because it shows an improvement in your finances, improvement in your career, reduction in legal issues and disputes. Only thing is you should pray and meditate in this time period. Now let me move to the Pisces ascendant or the Meen Lagna. Jupiter rules the first house and the 10th house of career or profession. He goes direct in the first house, which means on the career front, you will make a lot of progress. Overall auspiciousness will be there because Jupiter is going direct in the ascendant itself. However, Saturn is aspecting Jupiter, so you do need to take care of your health. Avoid eating too many sweets, otherwise, you will land up with diabetes in this time period. Now, Jupiter aspects your 5th house of Cancer. So, children will do very well in this time period. Love and romantic affairs will also flourish in this time period if you are having any of those. Jupiter aspects the 7th house of Virgo. So, married life will be very good in this time period for the Pisces ascendant. He also aspects the 9th house of Scorpio. So, destiny, luck will support you in this time period. You will get full support from your gurus, your teachers. So overall, this is a very good period for the Pisces ascendant. However, Saturn's aspect falls on Ketu in your 8th house, and therefore you need to be careful about not getting chronic diseases. If you have some obsessive habits such as eating too many sweets, try stopping those. Otherwise, you will land up with certain chronic diseases in this time period. Even though Jupiter is in your ascendant, because Ketu is in your 8th house, Saturn is aspecting that Ketu. And that can cause certain accidents also. But Jupiter will always protect you because he is there in the ascendant. So overall, a very good transit for the Pisces ascendant also. Now on the world front, what is the impact of this transit? Now Jupiter is going direct in the 12th house, natural 12th house of the zodiac, that is Pisces. Pisces represents spiritual waters, and therefore people who are spiritual, people who spend time in meditation, for them this Jupiter is very good and can also take them closer to moksha, because this is the last house of the zodiac belt, and Jupiter spends 1 year in one sign. So he's completed all the 12 houses and reached an end of a cycle, And now he is going to start a new cycle after 21st April 2023 when he enters Aries. So, on the world front, this indicates some ending and beginning of a new cycle. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the sign of Pisces represents the ocean. Saturn's aspect on Jupiter in the sign of Pisces will indicate an increase in natural disasters, in storms, in cyclones, and certain violent events on the oceanic front. That is, you may see certain wars being fought on the oceans between different countries in this time period. On the financial front also, because this is the natural 12th house with Jupiter there, expenses are going to increase. Inflation is going to increase. There will be a lot of financial challenges on the world front overall. Nevertheless, Jupiter in Pisces is good. If you spend time meditating, if you spend time worshipping God, if you spend time serving others, because 12th house is the house of giving away something. And Jupiter is always giving away knowledge. Jupiter is always sharing knowledge. So try to teach something to others. Try to share something with others. And try to meditate more. Then this Jupiter does a lot of good. So when Jupiter was actually retrograde for 119 days, he was actually trying to make us look inward by bringing certain events on the world front, which would change our perspective. And now is the time when Jupiter starts giving good results if you have actually learned something from it. So definitely make the best of this Jupiter transit is my advice to all of you. So friends, if you like this video, do mark it as liked on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to our channel, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button now. For any queries, email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com and we'll be glad to assist you. To know more about us, you may visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. So friends, thanks a lot. Bye. Take care and stay safe. We'll see you soon with another video.